Hi everyone, it's me, Tim. Today I want to talk about GURPS Fallout characteristics. By characteristics, I mean the combination of advantages, disadvantages, quirks, and skills that we were planning to include in GURPS Fallout. I thought these were lost. I know I've mentioned on here before that when we switched from GURPS to Special in the very early part of 1997, I archived up all the GURPS stuff and set it aside. And that's all been lost. There was an entire GURPS archive. I turned it over to, there was a VP at Interplay who handled archives. I gave him that. This was almost a year before we shipped. This was like 9 months before we shipped. And I said, here's this, keep it. I had my own archive, which on orders I destroyed when I left Interplay. But I assumed they had the old one, and they didn't. Well, I found written notes of the final advantages, disadvantages, quirks, and skills had been selected to be used in the GURPS version of Fallout. I'm really excited because I thought this was lost. It's not. I'm going to give them to you now. So these are what we picked. Now, of course, there's also the 4 GURPS attributes: strength, health, IQ, and Dex. So we're not going into that. We were, of course, using all 4 of those. But these were I'll start with the advantages. These were the advantages that we'd put in GURPS Fallout: acute hearing, acute taste and smell, acute vision, alertness, ambidexterity, animal empathy, appearance attractive, appearance handsome, and appearance very handsome, charisma, combat reflexes, common sense, danger sense, eidetic memory, high pain threshold, intuition, literacy, luck, night vision, peripheral vision, rapid healing, good reputation in your vault, good reputation Shady Sands, good reputation Junktown, good reputation The Hub, good reputation Brotherhood of Steel, good reputation Necropolis, good reputation Boneyard, good reputation Raiders, and good reputation Children of the Apocalypse. We also kept a couple good reputations in we kept them in reserve in case we needed any other groups to be created and we needed reputations with them. We also added strong will, toughness, and voice. Now, the way these advantages tended to work is they intercepted rolls that were being made and adjusted them, or even sometimes allowed a roll to be made, or in essence made the game a little easier in some small aspect. That's what an advantage did. And advantages cost character points to buy. The opposite were disadvantages. These are things that you got character points for putting on your character, but they made the game harder. These were the disadvantages we had picked for use in GURPS Fallout: alcoholism, odious personal habit, bad breath, odious personal habit, pick nose, bad reputation, vault, bad reputation, Shady Sands, bad reputation, Junktown, bad reputation, The Hub, bad reputation, Brotherhood of Steel, bad reputation, Necropolis, bad reputation, Boneyard, bad reputation, Raiders, bad reputation, Children of the Apocalypse, or Children of the Cathedral. And then we reserved 3 more bad reputations: color blindness, hard of hearing, low pain threshold, no sense of smell or taste. It's also called anosmia. One eye, overweight, skinny. Those are both disadvantages in GURPS. Stuttering, addiction to physical adders, anything that adjusted strength, dex, or health, and addiction to mental adders, anything that adjusted IQ. And then there were combat drugs. We call them berserk drugs. You get addicted to those. Bad temper, berserk, bloodlust, code of honor. It's called You Never Break Your Word. Combat paralysis, compulsive lying, delusion, hears voices, gullibility, honesty, lecherousness, pacifism, cannot kill, pacifism, self-defense only. Phobia of insects, phobia of monsters, phobia of reptiles, phobia of darkness, sense of duty to the vault, truthfulness, unluckiness, weak will. Interesting, the unluckiness was... Oh, that's right, we didn't have luck because it wasn't special. Enemy of the Vault, Enemy of Shady Sands, Enemy of Junktown, Enemy of the Hub, Enemy of Brotherhood of Steel, Enemy Necropolis, Enemy of Boneyards, Enemy Raiders, Enemy Children of the Cathedral. And we reserved 3 more enemies. And then we had Appearance Unattractive, which said, you look vaguely unappealing. Appearance Ugly, you're kind of disgusting to look at. And Appearance Hideous, you're the most disgusting thing ever born in the vault. You're lucky they didn't kill you as a mutant. Those had bigger and bigger penalties to not only reaction, but to a sex appeal, which was the ability to get somebody you were hitting on to react. So those are the disadvantages. Then GURPS supported something called Quirks. Quirks, you got a point every time you bought. The way we were implementing Quirks was there would be 1 or 2 places in the game that we would check to see if you had a quirk, and then the game would do something slightly different. Something fun and gamey. And our quirks that we picked for Fallout were Afraid of Heights, Ancient Sci-Fi Fan, Art Critic, Believes in UFOs, Computer Evangelist, Dislikes Fruit, Doesn't Wear Black, Experiments with Drugs, Global Conspiracy Nut, Hates Cows, Hates Dogs, Always in a Hurry, Late Sleeper, Likes cows, really likes dogs, likes home cooking, natural born gambler, religious believer, religious cynic, boisterous walker. It basically makes your footsteps really loud. And snores loudly. So those are the quirks you could get. Quirks are like little teeny mini disadvantages, or maybe something that just makes the game go a little different. Then we picked from the extremely long list of GURPS skills, the ones we were actually going to implement within the game. And these were Bard, which we viewed more as storytelling and public speaking. Acrobatics, jumping, running, throwing. Axe mace, beam weapons, brawling, fast draw, gunner, which were things like machine guns and missiles, guns, which were pistols and rifles, and the SMG. And I think we put the flamethrower in guns and not gunner, but we were still talking about moving that back and forth. Karate, which is different than brawler. Brawling is easy, karate's hard. Knife and knife throwing, those are separate skills. Spear and spear throwing. Speed load, which is putting ammo in. Two-handed axe mace, different than the axe mace on the other one. Modern armory, mechanic, medical diagnosis, first aid, and physician. Climbing, naturalist, survival, and tracking. Computer operation, electronics operation. Chemistry, electronics, prospecting and research, acting, administration, area knowledge, vault. That's all you get to start with. Carousing, diplomacy, fast talk, gambling, leadership, merchant, savoir-faire, one of my favorite ones, the skill of good manners and getting along in a social setting. Sex appeal, tactics, intimidation, demolitions, detecting lies, forgery, holdout, lockpicking, pickpocketing, poison, sleight of hand, stealth, and traps. There you have it. Those are all the advantages, disadvantages, quirks, and skills that GURPS Fallout was going to ship with. We had all of those in the game at some level of implementation in early 1997. Hope you like that list. I loved finding it.